The humble K car. K cars are a class of cars that are limited to the dimensions: the length of 3.4 meters, the width of 1.48 meters, and the height of 2 meters. Damn, that's taller than me. And have the engine displacement of 660 cc's and a maximum output of 63 horsepower. Mind-boggling if you ask me, how slow these things are. And believe it or not, the Suzuki Jimny is also considered an K car, the 3-door at least. And other cool K cars are the AutoZone AZ1. Bro, that thing is so cool. And then also the regular K cars, which are like the N boxes and other boring cars. But I can't lie, I really want to talk about the boring side of K cars because they make a lot of sense, if you ask me at least. And there's also K trucks. I'm not really putting K trucks in here because everyone knows how practical K trucks are, right? It's just four wheels, an engine, and a tray with that has a hella space in the back. It's basically perfect, and you can do that by having small engine that has hella torque. K trucks are cool, but let's talk about K cars and why. I can't lie, to me at least, I think they are a better decision to own than a regular car. I mean, think about it, right? It's your first time ever driving. You never had a driver's license before. You still don't understand car dimensions. You still don't know how to park. I'm just projecting because all of this is me. I'm still in the process of getting my driver's license. And K cars have been looking very tempting to me because I can't lie, I think they are next to perfect, in my opinion. If looks aside, because the only thing I can get over K cars is that if you heard the dimensions part, these things are basically a box, right? Its height can be longer than its width, right? And to me personally, it looks weird. I mean, yeah, I understand why they do that, right? The main reason they do that is because of practicality. These things are super practical. But I've been in a few K cars and bro, the headroom in these things and the legroom in these things and the boot space in this thing is surprising, bro. I feel like I could fit a whole house in there. These things are so practical. And I remember one time I have a family member was moving and she had a lot of okay, not a lot of stuff, but she had a good amount of stuff, right? And then she ordered Yango. Yango is a Namibian version of Uber. And when the car came, it was N-box or something. And when she saw that thing, she low-key chuckled and was like, I don't think these things will fit. I also chuckled, I can't lie. But the Yango driver was like, nah, let's see what we can do. And I can't lie, everything in the car fit. Her, the Yango driver, and all her stuff. And after that, they actually had to pick up another cousin of mine. And all three of them fit in this car with damn near all of her possessions. So that just goes to show you these things are very practical. And because of that 600cc engine, these things are also fuel efficient too because they don't weigh that much. Also, side note, smaller engine doesn't mean more fuel efficient. Just putting that out there. It's more like the engine size to weight ratio and how hard the engine has to work. The more the engine has to work, the more fuel it absorbs. And yeah, that's usually the case. Anyway, these cars have a curb weight of 750 kilograms to 950 kilograms. And let's just focus on my personal favorite K car, besides the Suzuki Jimny, the Daihatsu Move. I mean, just look at that thing. It's hideous. I love it. This has a 658cc 3-cylinder engine and has an output of, believe it or not, 45 horsepower, and you can both get a naturally aspirated or a turbocharged version if you want. They come in CVTs, and yeah, that's about it. And I'll make a video on CVTs and my opinion on CVTs later, but let's just focus on this car, right? Let's say you are a university student and you got your license at a very young age, and I know K cars aren't allowed in America, or at least K cars that are older, younger than 25 or 23 years old, they can't get imported to America. And also America sucks because it has long highways and whatnot. So I understand why K cars wouldn't make sense to an American. But let's say you are a European or Namibian or African. K cars make so much sense because everything is basically next to each other. at least me personally, from where I'm from, here in Namibia, everything is low-key near everywhere. Like, you know, school is like 50-minute drive, you know, the nearest store is like at most a 10-minute drive, 15-minute drive, and everything is really together. And the same is in Europe. I've never been to Europe, but from my understanding, Europe has very tight corners and everything is very close to each other almost. And here's where the main part of the video comes in. K cars make hella sense. And I think K cars are all you really need if you're not really into cars. Right? Like, in my opinion, it's better to have a K car than to have those bland soulless SUV, not really SUV crossover thingies, right? Because if you really think about it, you are probably a Gen Z and you probably don't have kids, right? You don't want to have kids. So why do you have a crossover for? And even if you do have a crossover, these K cars are very safe if safety is a concern. I think maybe if you have like a larger family, maybe a K car wouldn't work for you, or maybe if you're an adventurous family and the Suzuki Jimny doesn't make sense to you, then okay, then yeah, I understand why you'd want to have a SUV. But for like the average person, I think a K car makes a lot of sense for them, right? I mean, it's a small car, fuel efficient, really tiny, really economical, really practical, and it goes on for days. And imagine getting a K car with a manual transmission. Imagine how fun that thing will be, bro. Like just tossing it out here and there, up and down, and left and right. Or let's say maybe you do have an SUV, right? You have a big family SUV that you drive your kids to school and you drive to work, or maybe it's a pickup truck and you are, I don't know, a contractor or something. I don't know, you just need a truck or something. But then you want a small car that you can zip around left and right, and maybe Miata is always the answer, but maybe you want to be a little wrong. They also make K car sports cars too. Believe it or not. I mean, firstly you have to kind of import them and whatnot, but after dealing with that import stuff, I mean, the Honda makes a S660, which is basically, I can't lie, it looks like the new NSX but a lot smaller. I personally love the way it looks. Suzuki makes the Suzuki Cappuccino. Toyota also make a K car called the Coupé GR Sport, which is just drop dead gorgeous. It looks like a toy car and it probably drives like one too, and I genuinely do love these things. I genuinely just do want to own a K car, and for at least a couple of years, learn the basics of owning a car, you know, learn how to park, learn how to deal with the dimensions, and maybe after that I can graduate to actually owning a real car, because I can't lie, K cars aren't really real cars to me, honestly. They look like toys. And also, one thing I forgot about, like, maintenance of these things have to be cheap, right? I didn't do research on that part, but like, I mean, how hard would it be to actually work on a 660cc engine, right? How many times do you actually have to change the tires if you're like driving it constantly? If this car has such a light, you know, it's a light car, so brakes, it's light on brakes, it's light on tires, it's light on fuel, I already mentioned that, and like all the other components. So, and plus, like, Japanese reliability has been like ingrained into these things. So all these reasons are why I say K cars are really good cars, and honestly, in my opinion, it's the only car you should get, for at least in the beginning when you're learning how to drive. So yeah, that's just my opinion. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a lovely day, and goodbye.